Hey Browns fans! Unfortunately, it happened, and it took everyone by surprise. What happened in Philadelphia left Browns fans speechless, and perhaps even reconsidering everything they thought they knew about the quarterback competition. I'll tell you all about it firsthand, but first, be sure to hit the like button and tell me in the comments, who do you want to see as QB1 in the next matchup? I want to hear your opinion. Just a few days ago, Shedeur Sanders was on the verge of a breakthrough moment, coming off a promising preseason debut where he shone against the Panthers. But now, that rise has hit a wall, and the ripple effect could redefine the entire Browns quarterback core. In an unexpected turn, Sanders, Cleveland's fourth-string quarterback and the 144th pick in the most recent NFL draft, suffered an oblique strain during practice Wednesday, just ahead of the Browns' second preseason matchup versus the Eagles. And this wasn't just any practice. It was day one of joint sessions with one of the NFL's premier contenders, and Sanders was noticeably absent from the critical 11-on-11 team reps. What fans didn't know at the time was that this injury had already sidelined him quietly during early one-on-one drills, raising eyebrows as he continued to be passed over in the quarterback rotation. The team later confirmed that Sanders would miss Thursday's practice and is unlikely to take the field Saturday. The timing of this injury couldn't be more unfortunate or more pivotal. Sanders was coming off a 14-for-23, 138-yard, two-touchdown performance in the preseason opener, a game in which both Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett were sidelined with hamstring issues. With that spotlight firmly on Sanders, he delivered, and many fans began to wonder if he was poised to make a real push in the depth chart. But Wednesday's strain, both literally and figuratively, changes everything. While the team labels him day-to-day, the implications stretch far beyond this week. The injury pours cold water on growing excitement around Sanders, whose journey has been one of the most watched among Browns rookies, not just because of his talent, but because of his lineage and high-profile college career at Colorado. Meanwhile, the quarterback carousel continues. With Sanders out, and Pickett still limited by his own hamstring injury, relegated to 7-on-7 drills, it was Joe Flacco, Gabriel, and Tyler Huntley who split the team reps. As expected, Flacco took the majority of first-team snaps. Gabriel, who missed the opener, returned to the field and quietly pieced together a strong showing despite what social media stats might suggest. The rookie third-round pick threw 2 touchdowns in practice, including a highlight-worthy deep shot to Gage Larvadain. He worked mostly with the second and third teams and saw his performance slightly marred by drops and penalties, none of which can be fully pinned on him. And now, Gabriel is poised to take center stage this Saturday. With Sanders shelved and Huntley following in relief, the plan seems clear. Head coach Kevin Stefanski hinted at this structure even before the injury news, emphasizing that each rookie quarterback would be given at least one preseason start. So now it's Gabriel's turn. But is this an opportunity or a test? Reports from NFL insider Albert Breer offer a critical piece of insight. Speaking on Cleveland's 92.3 The Fan, Breer revealed something that's quietly simmered under the surface. The Browns are, at this point, more comfortable with Dillon Gabriel than they are with Shedeur Sanders. That comment changes the narrative dramatically. Despite Sanders' strong debut, it appears it wasn't enough to shake internal evaluations. Breer emphasized that while Sanders' performance was solid, a few throws in a preseason game wouldn't be the game-changer fans might have hoped for. That suggests the coaching staff is still leaning on practice reps, scheme familiarity, and consistency over flash performances. For Gabriel, Saturday is no longer just about showing he's healthy, it's about showing he's the guy they can trust when it counts. And maybe, just maybe, it's his chance to lock in a spot higher on the pecking order than Sanders. But that raises the bigger question, how secure is Shedeur Sanders' future in Cleveland? His draft slide was one of the most talked-about storylines in April, and while he silenced some critics against Carolina, he's now caught in a perfect storm, his momentum halted by injury, a surging rival in Gabriel, and a front office that's keeping its options open. And there's more. Even Joe Flacco, the veteran, is playing a different role this year. His command of the offense has been a stabilizing force in these practices, with onlookers noting a night-and-day improvement from last year's joint sessions with the Vikings. Whether Flacco is viewed as a true contender for regular season starts or more of a mentor remains to be seen, but his leadership is clearly making an impact. Let's not forget about Jerry Jeudy either, who's emerging as the camp's most consistent playmaker. His precise route running and clutch receptions, whether in one-on-ones, 7-on-7s, or full team drills, are adding a dynamic edge to this offense. And if Jeudy continues this trajectory, the Browns' receiving core could be poised for a serious uptick in production, regardless of who's under center. So where does this leave us? A quarterback room in flux. A fan base on edge. A pair of rookies vying for more than just snaps. They're competing for trust, for future reps, for a place in this team's long-term vision. Now I want to hear from you. What do you make of this situation? Does Gabriel deserve to leapfrog Sanders? Has Sanders shown enough to warrant patience? And how will this QB drama impact the Browns' preseason narrative moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And just like that, the pressure cooker is at full blast in Cleveland. The Browns' quarterback room, already packed with uncertainty and potential, now finds itself in the crosshairs of evaluation, both internally and publicly. What started as a simple preseason rotation has turned into a full-fledged competition, and Shedeur Sanders' injury may be the turning point no one expected this early. Let's be clear, Shedeur's oblique strain may seem minor on paper, but timing is everything in the NFL, especially when you're a rookie fighting to climb a depth chart stacked with both veterans and hungry young arms. While the coaching staff has downplayed the injury by labeling him day-to-day, the truth is, missing live preseason reps, especially in joint practices against top-tier talent like the Eagles, is a missed opportunity that could cost him positioning in the long run. Gabriel, meanwhile, is walking through the door Sanders opened last week. His solid practice showing, despite the absence of flashy highlights, proves he's ready to take control of the offense when given the reins. And now that reins are his for the weekend, fans and coaches alike will be watching to see if he simply keeps the offense moving or makes a statement. What's fascinating is that neither Sanders nor Gabriel are fighting for a starting role yet. But what they're fighting for might be even more critical: trust. Who does the staff believe in more to step in if things go sideways this season? Who earns that next man up label? In that context, preseason reps aren't just warm-ups, they're auditions. And one missed game can feel like missing an entire chapter of a resume. With Pickett still nursing his hamstring and Flacco's role as a veteran leader clearly defined, the real tension lies between these two rookies. Add to that the internal sentiment shared by Albert Breer that the team is currently more confident in Gabriel, and the plot thickens. Sanders, for all his talent, needs to get back on the field fast and prove he's more than a good storyline. He needs to show he can be counted on. Fans should pay close attention Saturday. Not just to how Gabriel performs, but how Stefanski allocates reps moving forward. If Gabriel shines and earns more meaningful practice snaps next week, the message will be loud and clear. Now, Browns fans, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you believe Shedeur Sanders' injury is just a small bump in the road, or the opening Dillon Gabriel needs to take over? Who are you rooting for in this rookie QB battle? Let's hear your take in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for all the latest Browns updates, straight from camp. Go Browns!